Hello students, welcome back class 11. Today I am discussing our chapter 7. Okay, chapter 7 is our belongs to database concept, relational database concept. Okay, we can say we can use MySQL practical, we can use. Okay, last time I have discussed our Python. Now we are using MySQL, but before there are some theoretical concepts, so we can first understand relational database. Okay, in 10th class in IT last chapter is our database concept. So you can see, so relational database, so you can see what is database. A database is a collection of interrelated data stored together to serve multiple applications. Okay, so in a computer world we can use a database to store our data. Suppose railway, bus ticket, hotel management, hospital management, library management. Okay, so DBMS, so DBMS means database management system. Okay, this is a full form of DBMS, refers to a software, means this is a software that is responsible for storing and maintaining and utilizing database. Okay, a database along with a DBMS is referred to a database system, means DBMS is a concept. So we can software will implement this DBMS concept, so we must use software. So for this purpose we will use MySQL software. Okay, data redundancy. Okay, so what is data redundancy? Duplication of data is known as data redundancy. Okay, without DBMS concept, so our data will repeat and our data will suffer from duplicacy. So it is a big problem. But with the help of database connected system, so we can avoid this data redundancy problem. Okay, next thing is example of common relational database management system. Okay, so MySQL we will use, but here other DBMS software are available: Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, SQLite. Okay, common database management tools for mobile devices include, in mobile device DBMS software is SQL Anywhere, SQL Server Compact. Okay, so we will also use in mobile device Compact DBMS software, but in our syllabus we can use MySQL. Okay, this is MySQL is a open source software. MySQL is a open source, means it is available for free. Okay, we can easily download and we can use. So but Oracle and Microsoft SQL Server, this is a proprietary software, so we must purchase. But MySQL is open source, so we can download and freely we can use. Okay students, now fifth point is RDBMS. So DBMS means database management system, but R means relational database management system. So a relational database refers to a database that store data in a structured format. Okay, so we can say we can store our store data in a tabular format. Okay, and we can join these tables with the help of primary key and foreign key concept. So we can say this will become a relation. So using a row and columns, this make it easy to locate and access specific values within the database. So we will discuss it practically later. So it is a relational because the value within each table are related to each other. Tables may also related to other tables. So relational structure makes it possible to run queries across multiple tables at once. Means we can select our data using a query command of using a multiple tables. The relational model was given by EF code. Okay, so this RDBMS concept given by EF code. This is the person so of the IBM and acknowledged as a very important concept in DBMS technology. Okay, so in our DBMS technology we will use MySQL software, and we create our database, and we will store tables, and we can link table with the help of primary key and foreign key concept. So we can say relational. But here some kind of terminology you can see. First is relation. What is relation? A relation is a table. In DBMS, when you create a table, so we can say this is a relation. So data arranged in a row and columns. Okay. Tuple. What is tuple? The rows of a relation are known as tuples. Okay. The rows, simply we know in table rows. So in rows, in DBMS we can say tuples. So row always called in a DBMS table we can say tuple. Attribute. The columns, okay, of a relation are known as attributes, also called fields. So in a table we must use columns. So columns we can say attributes. Data values. Okay, in a cell we can store a particular value. In a cell we can store a particular value. So we can say data value. Degree. So total number of columns or total number of attributes we can say degree. Okay. Cardinality. Cardinality means the number of tuples, means the total number of rows in a table, in a relation we can say cardinality. Domain. So what is domain? A domain is a pool of values from which the actual values appearing in a given column also drawn, also called a set of permitted value using a column. I want to share one example. Suppose roll number. So our roll number will start from 101 and stop to 200. So all the value we will input between 101 to 200. We cannot input below 101. We cannot input above 200 values. So from between 101 to 200. So this is our range. So all data we will input in this range. We cannot violate this our range. So we can say this is the domain. Domain we can say range. All data, first we decide our minimum and maximum limit, then we can input our data in a particular domain. So we can say in a particular column a set of permitted value we can use. Okay, so we can say domain. Views. A view is a kind of table whose content are taken from other tables. Depending upon a condition, views don't contain data of their own. Suppose you have a table, okay, and you want to show only student name and city. Only two columns we want to see. So we can say this is our view. This is our view. Only selected data we can see. Data dictionary. What is data dictionary? A file containing metadata. We can say also data about data. Okay. So data dictionary means a file containing metadata. So also called we can say data about data. Okay students. So these are our terminology. Okay. Relation means a table we can say this relation. All the rows we can say tables. All the columns we can say attribute. In a cell we can store particular value. We can say data values. The total number of columns we can count, so we can say degree. The total number of rows of a table we can count, we can say cardinality. Domain means in a particular column we can use minimum to maximum value particular range. So we can say domain. Suppose we have multiple columns, but we want to show selected columns data, so we can say view. Data dictionary means a file containing metadata, also called data about data. So we can say data dictionary. Suppose in a table student roll number, name, city, but this roll number, name, city column also stored by MySQL database. MySQL also use a special database. Okay, in this special database, so roll number, name and will store. So we can say this is a data dictionary. Okay, this is used by MySQL. I am giving one example. Okay students. Now next thing is keys. Okay, this is our last topic today. So keys is we can search our data fastly with the help of key. So primary key. A primary key is a set of one or more attribute that can uniquely identify tuples within a relation. So we can say roll number of a student, because name may have duplicate names. So this will create problem in searching our data and updating our data. So we can use our roll number concept. So roll number we must use unique. We cannot use duplicate roll number for a multiple student. So we can say primary key concept. So with the help of primary key, we can easily search our data. Candidate keys. All the attribute combination inside the relation that can serve as primary key are candidate keys, as they are candidate for a primary key position. For example, roll number and GR number are candidate key. Suppose you want to create a table student and you want to create a key. You have two options. You can use roll number, either you can use GR number. So you have both options, but you want to decide. You want to create a primary key. So you have two options. You can use GR number or roll number. But in this candidate, so we have two options to create a primary key. But in this candidate, you suppose you select roll number. So roll number in two candidate keys, roll number is our primary key, and the remaining key in the candidate key we can say alternate key. We can say alternate key. So before deciding primary key for a unique values, so all the columns we can say candidate. When you select a particular column, so it will become a primary key, and other remaining key we can say this is a alternate key. Okay, so alternate key, a candidate key that is not a primary key, we can say remaining key is an alternate key. Suppose you decide roll number, so roll number is our primary key, and GR number we can say this is our alternate key. Future we can use in the place of roll number. So we can say alternate key. If we select roll number of a student table as primary key, then remaining GR number will be a alternate key of a student table. The last key is foreign key. So a non-key attribute whose values are derived from the primary key of some other table is known as foreign key in its current table. For example, roll number of a marks table means primary key we can use in another table. So another table we can say this is a foreign key. Okay, so we will use foreign key. So foreign key will reuse multiple times, but primary key we cannot use duplicate. So foreign key means a primary key will use in another table. So in another table, this primary key we can say this is dependent key. So we can say this is a foreign key. Okay students, thank you so much.